broke out, and this is a time when this kind of situation arose in near Chinnaswamy Stadium's main entrance. So clearly, the players are not aware as of now, Mega, but the way in which in the last 7 minutes, one post have been made by the
Okay.
RCB team
Yeah, the
only.
post was made. We have more information pouring in. Visuals on our screens of the Karnataka Police using mild force to manage the crowd outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. That's the latest update that we're getting to know. Visuals on your screen of the police women lathi charging the crowds that had gathered to disperse them from outside the stadium premises. BJP has demanded in Bengaluru that people should avoid using their private vehicles and use public transport, use metros and state transport buses to traverse the roads, keeping in mind that there would be large traffic that the traffic police will have to man. And that was the statement that had come hours ago ahead of this large-scale celebrations that had been planned in Bengaluru, from the airport to an open bus victory parade that was cancelled at the last minute. Then the players reaching the Vidhan Sauda, and from the Vidhan Sauda reaching the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So the question about, was there a need for such elaborate celebrations? Did the police have ample amount of time to manage and to plan better how to manage the crowd, how to control the crowd? That's the question. Visuals coming in of the Karnataka Police mild force that had been used. The Karnataka BJP president has also made a statement. BJP has called for the resignation of the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar. Shekhar, I'm going to come back to you now. This blame game is something that is obvious. As this is Hackney, this has been playing out for, I don't know, decades together. That's what happens. Tragedy strikes, locals lose their lives, and then politicians start blaming each other. What of the plight of the local people?
That's right, Megha. And I think we've been on so many programs together where we've had these discussions. There needs to be some sense of accountability. There needs to be a mechanism in place to ensure such incidents don't happen in the future. Heads need to roll, of course, but also we need to ensure that in a place like Bangalore, we have seen victory parades like this happen in places like Bombay without any problem. Why can't best practices be shared? Why is it happening there so easily? Why is it a problem in Bangalore? And as we talk, there are so many videos which are being circulated of people who have passed away, which is a horrific sight. After the high of last evening to what's happening right now, I think it's really bad. The government needs to be held accountable. More than the government, I think there needs to be advisories in place. There needs to be a certain plan or a mechanism in place in terms of ensuring that such incidents don't happen. Are people trained to handle such situations in the future or in the present? We know that there's a huge populace which is going to come into the stadiums. Why was there no proactiveness shown? Second thing is, you've got police which is manned inside the stadium. Why is police inside the stadium? Why are they managing the VIPs? Are the common men not really involved? Are they not need to be taken care of? So we don't have police which is managing things outside. There is a huge sum of people outside the gate. The gate is very narrow, and you've got people coming in through that. Of course, there will be a stampede. Why there are no messages come out? Why there is why no advisories coming out? Why there is no proactiveness being shown? And what is the hurry in celebrating a victory like this? Yes, we have won after 18 years, which is a big deal. But the fact is, you can delay this by a bit. The players were taken to Vidhan Sauda, obviously for political reasons, and then they were brought to the stadium. So obviously there is a time which takes in. The spectators get anxious, they get excited, which goes without saying. But the bigger reason here is, why is there so much of political harakiri which happens here all the time? Why do common people get squashed in this entire larger scheme of things? This is not the first time we're talking about it, and hopefully this is not the last time, because there needs to be a plan in place. There needs to be accountability. There needs to be responsibility. It's not that India has not done this in the past. We can always learn from other states. We can always learn from other countries. We have done it so easily in Bombay. In Bombay, we had when India won the World Cup,